Hello friends and my dear students. As we have discussed how to assign identifiers to the literals and literals to the identifier, and we also got to know that what are the L values and what are the R values. So if you have understood the things, then we'll move ahead, and again I'm continuing with assignments. So we'll move to the assignments. Here in this topic, we'll discuss what happens when multiple identifiers in one side and less values in the right side, or the vice versa. So let's start. So over here, if you see the first shot, the first picture, where you see there are uh, similar number of identifiers and similar number of literals in both the sides. In the left hand side, we see or L values we see as A, B, and C, and R value corresponding R values are X, Y, and Z. So what happens when this statement is executed in Python? What happens? Then X moves to A, Y moves to B, and Z moves to C. So there are a balanced number of literals available in right side, and similarly balanced number of identifiers are available in left hand side of this assignment operator. So there'll be no error at all. But what happens when you see number of identifiers as L value are more if we compare the literals in the right hand side? So in the right hand side there are few or less number of literals available. Say A, B, C, there are three identifiers, and X, Y, there are two literals only. So when you execute this statement, this will definitely give some error. Why? Because this is the value error. So value error says not enough values to unpack. So A will have X, B will have Y, and what does C have? So there is no value for C, and that is why it says value error, not enough values to unpack. You should remember that there should be means you should remember that number of identifiers and number of literals in both the sides of assignment operators should be same in the numbers. Okay, so A, B, C, there are three identifiers in the left hand side, and that is why there should be two literals in uh, there should be three literals in right hand side. So this will give you the error, not enough values to unpack. In contrary to this, if we have three identifiers in left hand side of the assignment operator and more values means more than number of identifiers. We have three identifiers here, A, B, and C, but corresponding to A, B, C, we have four literals right side of the assignment operator. So over here, you will face again a problem, that is value error. Too many values to unpack. In the first case, not enough values to unpack. For this screenshot, we see too many values to unpack. So there are more values and there are lesser values. So in both the cases, you'll face the error. So one thing you should remember, that number of values or number of literals of the assignment operator, right side of the assignment operator, should be similar to the number of identifiers in the left hand side, or the L value. Okay. Similarly, when we move ahead like this, if we have such kind of situation you'll feel and you'll see the error. What error you will see? See, A, B, and C, there are three identifiers A, B, and C. But the corresponding values or the R values corresponding to the L values are 10, A plus 10, B plus 100. So as such, if we see, there is no problem at all in this expression. But yes, there is a problem which is very minutely we have to observe. Normally, we'll say A will have 10, B will have A plus 10, and C will have B plus 100. But this is not like this. So when you say, fine, A will have 10, but at this juncture, A plus 10. So A plus 10, A is not having any value. A doesn't have any value because A takes its value from this place only. So if you think that A should be replaced with the value of A, which is initialized here, this will not be the value of A, because the value of A should have been declared before this statement. Means before this statement, if you would have declared the value of A, then it would have taken the value of A. Otherwise, it will show you the error. What is the error? Name error. Name error is name A is not defined. It means A should have been defined before the execution of this statement. Before the execution of this statement, A should have been declared, and that is why it is showing the error. So to clarify this doubt and error, we have this: A comma B is equal to 100 comma 200. Number of identifiers and number of literals are similar in both the sides of assignment operator. And when you say A comma B comma C is equal to 10 plus A plus 10 and B plus 100, so what happens in this case? Since A is 100, and that is why it will be, because A plus 10 will be the value of B. And so what is the value of A? Value of A not 10. Value of A is 100. So B will get 100 plus 10, that is 110. 110 will be the value of B, and the value of C will be 200 plus 100, that is 300. Not A plus 10 or 110. 110 will not be the value of B here. It should have been declared before the execution of this statement, and that is why we see 200 will replace B here, not 100 plus 10, that is 110. So 110 not replace this B here. This B will be replaced by the value 200 here, and that is why 200 plus 100 is equal to 300. When you print it, you will see 10 plus 110 and 300. So how to specify, how to initialize the identifiers and how to use those identifiers in the next stage, you should take care of it. Otherwise, you will never be able to identify the result. Let us do the practical on this. So if A is equal to, A is a comma B comma C is equal to 10 plus A plus 10 and C is B plus say 20. So if you concentrate on this, and if you do not know about the concept or the initialization of the variables, you might say that the value of A is 10 and the value of B is 20 and the value of C is 20 plus 20, 40, but it is not like that because it will give you the error. So what is the error? Just have a look on this, shift and enter. So it takes time when you start the notebook. It takes when the server is alerted to this thing program, and that is why it shows the error. See here, this is the error. A is not defined. When A is not defined, so further it will not be executed. So B will also be not defined, and this A gives the error name A is not defined. Hope you understand the situation. If I would have declared A comma B is equal to 100 comma say 200, and after that if I give this statement like this, then now it will be executed and see the result. So when you print A, print A comma B comma C, you'll see the output like this. Okay, so what happens in this case? This A will not, the value 10 will not substitute the value of A here. It will be substituted by the value declared in the previous stage, or it is declared before the execution of this statement. Before the execution of this statement, whatever value of A is will replace this value, this identifier here. So before this statement, this initialization is done. So A is 100 and B is 200, and that is why 100 plus 10 is 110 here, and B plus 20. So what is B? B is not 110. B is basically 200, which is declared just before the execution of this statement. That is B is 200, and that is why it gives 200 plus 20, that is 220. So this way you can initialize the values, and when you have multiple identifiers and multiple literals in the same statement, then you should take care of these statements. Hope this is clear to you. And after that, we'll be discussing some more interesting features of Python, that is after this slide. The next slide will be arithmetic operators. So we'll discuss this in the next video. Hope you understood the assignment and a number of values and number of identifiers on both the sides of the assignment operators. So if you like this video, kindly share it with your friends and like the video, and press the bell icon so that you can have the notification then and there as soon as any video is uploaded. So we'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.